Yolon True and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and it's time for a little update. I made a video on the silent enemy crews that Scopely suggested, and I announced already at the time that I will do some tests, and my people in my alliance did some tests, and that I would make another video, and that point is now. First of all, if you are not a subscriber of my channel yet but do like my videos, then please do subscribe to my channel. And when you do, please also click this little bell and all notifications so you will be notified when another video comes out. Of course, you will remember the silent enemies. A lot of people are fighting them and trying to beat them. And some are in a good position because they are in their level range for some time, and others, like at the time when they introduced them, had a little bit of a bad luck because they just slipped into a higher level range and had real problems in defeating them. I can defeat more than just one of those level 51 now in one turn with my current ships and with my newest ships, but also because of the crews. And the crews that Scopely suggested are nothing for you when you have problems in defeating a lot of those that you need in your level range. That, especially the loot crews, might be something for you if you have really strong ships on a not so high level for those ships and can really grind those hostiles. Then I would use the loot crews they suggest. But from the experiences of my alliance members, for example, that are in the level 41 area, so the lowest of the systems, and are grinding there, there's one thing that came out, that your ship level and your ship type and the power of your ship also determines what crews you could use. Because PMC, the good old PMC, was quite helpful to those alliance members in with the epic 3-star ships. Those that were around with the D4, with the Enterprise, and also still for those with the Kelvin and the Katinga and so on, they did very well with PMC. And that despite the fact that no one in the suggestions from Scopely was talking about PMC here, but they were working the best for them. If your ship is a bit stronger, then another crew comes in, and that's the crew that I'm using as well. I don't have to show you PMC. First of all, I made a complete video on them, and you probably will know PMC at the time when you have the level to take part in this silent enemies. So they start at level 38. So I will not have to show you PMC. But there's another crew I have to show you, and that was one that was indeed suggested in some comments under my videos as well. But as I said, I wanted to do some tests. I used my other very good crews I usually use against certain hostiles. I even tried the mission boss crews that work best for me. But well, I will do a mission boss video tomorrow as well, because I just realized I never did a proper video on that. And when I was trying all my good crews, I tried them as well. And so then I realized that I haven't done them yet. So all of this I tested. Since I could beat more of those level 51, it was easier to test them. But despite PMC, for our lower level players in my alliance, the Janeway Crew is indeed the best to use. And the Janeway Crew, and I will go to the assign officers, ignore the below deck at the moment. The Janeway Crew that's working best is indeed Catherine Janeway as captain, with the Doctor and with Enterprise E data. With all the crews I've tested, and I wasted a lot of the tokens to get into the system to do that, believe me, this is indeed the best crew that's working. And I just want to quickly go into the details of these officers again. the captain maneuver of Catherine Janeway. When you take hull damage from a non-player hostile or armada, Catherine Janeway increases your shield mitigation by 13% for 1 round, and that is a helpful thing, of course. And her officer ability: at the start of combat, Catherine Janeway increases your isolated cascade damage by 15% against non-player hostiles and armadas. Cascade is a very nice thing. And the Doctor, with his officer ability, usually most people use him below deck, which I do most of the time. But in this case, when you take hull damage from a non-player hostile or armada, the Doctor increases your armor, shield deflection, and dodge by 500% of health for 2 rounds, and that's cumulative. So if it happens again the next round, then you have double the help there. And Enterprise E-Data is there for isolytic again, and in this case he increases the cascade damage by 15% versus non-armada hostiles, so that gets added to the cascade bonus of Catherine Janeway that you have. He does the cascade. Come on, that was not what I wanted. He does the cascade damage improvement by 15%, and no, that was the shield mitigation. And she also increases your isolated cascade damage by 15%. You have 2 times 15%, and that's probably the reason why it's working the way it's working. Below deck, you have a lot of possible combinations depending on the tier of your ship. My new Watcher is just level 10, so just level 5, so there's not much space to do anything. I only got Chakotay here because of the way I got Janeway via my officer preset. So you can decide if you put you down there or any other of helping below deck officers. It always depends which ones you have. I do use you down there when I'm using that crew, so it would usually look like that when I'm using that crew. And that is the crew that is giving me the most kills at the moment. If of course you found a better one, I can tell you that my Beverly crew isn't working better, my mission hostile crews are not working better. The Kirk crews, of course not, because I don't have an Explorer of that class yet. I'm still working on the Corvus. So this is indeed the best crew I use for it, and the reason is all the cascade stuff probably, and of course the Doctor's ability in the defensive will be very helpful as well. But once again, if you are on a lower level with a weaker ship, try PMC if you don't find anything else. If your ship is a bit stronger, try this crew, because I also already made some very good experience with this crew when I only had my Corinar, and I had to fight level 51 with a Corinar. Only with a Corinar I was able to do that. And in any case, if you cannot just grind and grind and grind with just one token, don't forget to use your Cerritos and boost your ship with the Cerritos, because that is indeed a big help to at least get your tokens to a good use. And as I said, lower level people in my alliance with PMC and the Cerritos boost, having good experiences. I still use the Cerritos boost with that crew to get the most out of the system. And sometimes it was a little bit erratic with the ships you have to attack. Some days I had to kill those ships according to the combat triangle, which I have to do now again. But in between, and I didn't change the crew for that, I mean with the same crew, and in between it was easier to kill the ships of the same ship class. So I don't know if Scopely is changing stuff around there, but there were changes in this. At the moment, combat triangle works again, but if you get into a situation where combat triangle suddenly doesn't give you the better results anymore, try the ships of the same class, because that's what I had in between. Suddenly I could kill the ships of the same class much easier with this crew than the ships according to combat triangle. But as I said, at the moment it's back to combat triangle. But if you ever have an issue there after I filmed this video, then you might want to try that version. Nevertheless, if you want to add something about the silent enemy crews, then please write in the comments as well. If you have questions in general or video requests, you know that I regularly read the comments. And if you just want to say hi and where you're from, I'm always happy to know that. And I just realized that I forgot the one thing. Somebody asked for me to say how many hostiles can you kill. That's different for everyone, depending on your ship. So it doesn't matter how many I can kill now. It matters that you are able to kill them at all for most of the people in their level range. And then it really depends on your own abilities with your research and everything. But the lower levels, you can try the Janeway Crew, but as I said, people from my alliance on lower levels made a better experience with PMC. And the stronger the ships got from my alliance members, there was a point at the level 52 ship stage where then the Janeway Crew was better. But until then, PMC worked better than the Janeway Crew, so you have to have a look at it. On my level, I cannot use PMC anyway, because they're level 51 and higher. PMC doesn't work anymore. But that's what I wanted to add, because someone put it in the comments recently, and so I just wanted to comment on that one. If you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.